If you want to become a multimillionaire and make a shitload of money when it comes to day trading, you need to have a proper schedule. There are too many people that try to learn all the analytics of charts and they try to say, this is the best strategy, this is the best video, this is the best way to trade, this is the best stock to pick. But they don't actually look at the general mindset that you need to have when it comes to trading. Your brain is where the money is made and your body is what houses your brain. So if your body's taken care of, if you are taken care of, you're going to be better able to operate when it comes to trading in itself. Most people neglect their schedule. Most people neglect their discipline, and that's why they fucking suck when it comes to day trading. I'm sorry about being vulgar. I'm sorry about being intense in the beginning of this video, but I'm gonna tell you something. I don't take my schedule very lightly, and if you want to become a multimillionaire on the charts, you need to start taking your schedule very seriously. And in this video, I'm gonna give you my schedule. I'm gonna give you everything that I do on a day-to-day basis in order to become a successful day trader. And we're gonna start a little bit different here. We're gonna start at night, because this is the area that most people don't really take seriously. This is where you actually make the money. You need to get proper sleep. And the first thing I recommend is having a non-negotiable sleep schedule. It's not about waking up early, it's about getting to sleep on time. So when it comes to sleeping, you need to have a dark room where you have no electronics, and you need to basically not rely on your phone to wake up. This is probably the biggest thing that I can tell you. If you're relying on your phone every morning to get out of bed and you're groggy and you're tired, you're not doing it right. Now, don't get me wrong. I wake up and I'm not necessarily high energy. I don't jump out of bed. I'm not like full of testosterone in the morning, like, oh my God, I'm ready to trade. It's not like that. I have a very slow morning routine. I have a very slow get up, but at the end of the day, I am still getting up naturally. That is a big, big thing that you have to take into account. If you're not getting up naturally, if you're not getting up at the same time every single day, you are going to be fucked when it comes to trading. And this is really important. You need to be having the same sleep schedule on the weekends when you are not trading as you are in the mornings and the weekdays when you are trading. So you need to have a non-negotiable sleep schedule. And this is probably the most difficult thing because a lot of fun stuff happens at night for a lot of young people. And if you're a young person in your 20s, I understand that going out on the weekends, going to your friend's birthday party, staying up late at night, watching a show, watching a movie, playing video games, whatever it may be, it's really, really enjoyable, but you cannot do this. This is the sacrifice that you have to make. And this is the most difficult thing for me, giving up the outside dating scene, going to clubs, going out to restaurants, the late night activities, giving that up was really, really hard. And it still is a difficult thing that I have to deal with. I have to tell people no all the time. And now it's to a point where I don't get invited to things. Now it's to a point where I don't necessarily have that same accessibility. I do make time for it because I am an influencer in a sense. I do make content. So you will see me certain afternoons, certain nights, I'll be up very late, but I'm gonna tell you what allows me to do that. There's a little hack to that. But a lot of times I am telling people no because I have to prioritize my sleep schedule. The biggest hack that I have to this, I'm gonna go into it later, is basically taking an afternoon nap, taking a power nap in the afternoon, which gives me the energy and allows me to cut back on my sleep later at night and obviously make up for it in the afternoon. So you need to have a non-negotiable sleep schedule where you have your own wind down routine. It's gonna take you about an hour or two to really fall asleep. That's what I really require. Some of you might be able to fall asleep in 2 minutes. For me, it takes me an hour. I need to be in bed because here's what happens. When I'm in bed, I'm looking at ideas. I'm scrolling through Instagram. Yes, I'm on my phone when I'm going to sleep, but that is before I'm going to sleep. So I'm on my phone, I'm scrolling, and I pick up ideas. All the things that I didn't see during the day, I'm going through at night, and I'm like, yeah, I should have done this. And I get up and I kind of go back and forth from my computer a couple times at night. So I try to go to bed as early as possible, typically 8 to 9 p.m. Yes, it is insane. But if you're taking an afternoon nap, you can get to bed a little bit later and get 6 hours, 5 hours, maybe even 7 hours of sleep and kind of get away with it. So you need to have a good sleep schedule. You need to have a sleep schedule where you take a nap, obviously at night, 6 hours is optimal. And then you need to take an afternoon nap for at least 2 to 3 hours. This sounds really weird, but this is how I operate. And this is what makes me really successful. For some of you guys, you want to do a 9-hour straight through sleep. You need to go to bed at 8 to 9 p.m. No bullshit, no non-negotiables, because you need to be sleeping at least 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, so you can wake up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning because the morning routine is non-negotiable. So that's a big thing, getting to bed on time. And look, if you got roommates, if you got friends, tell them to get the fuck away from you. If you got a girlfriend that wants to talk up all night, you need to tell her to get away from you. You need to be able to de-stress yourself, have sex, do whatever you got to do, and then go to bed. I'm being so serious with you right now. Your sleep is non-negotiable because this is what your body functions off of. If your brain is not functional, your trading will be dog shit. So let's talk about waking up in the morning. Wake up in the morning. This is not something to urge you to drink coffee or caffeine or anything like that, but you need to get up and go take a walk. You need to be outside in the morning. I take a walk in Cleveland with my dogs every single morning. I have to. They have to go to the bathroom. So I wake up in the morning and I'm taking a 20, 30-minute walk with my boys, and we're running around and we're doing whatever we got to do. They got to get their energy out, and I got to start getting that sunlight to hit me. There's a science to this. There's ganglionic receptors that you have to activate. There's your mind that you have to wake up, and the sun is the number one thing that's going to allow you to get up and be functional. This is just basic science. You need to understand that waking up in the morning is not drinking coffee right when you wake up. That is actually the dumbest thing that you can do, and it actually fucks your body up more than anything else. You need to drink coffee at least an hour after you wake up for the full effect. So that being said, wake up in the morning, get some sun. I wake up here, I move a little bit. I try to do a little bit of morning yoga. I'm not a big yoga guy. I'm not the Pilates guy. I'm not into that stuff, but I try to get my blood moving a little bit. I do some burpees, I do some squats, I do some push-ups, I do some ab rollers, and I'm up in the morning. I'm getting my blood flowing because once again, your brain is a trading machine, okay? AI is here, AI is a computer, but your brain is really the best thing that you can use to make money on the charts. So wake up early in the morning, I would say 6 to 7 a.m. And this is why. It's not because I'm a big fan of waking up early and it's like rah, 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 no one's awake. It's because you need a massive intake of data in the morning. In the morning, you are looking at all the news, all the movements of the charts. I typically look at 5 to 10 tickers when it comes to trading stocks. I look at how they move pre-market during Asia session, and I'm trying to understand what has been bought, what has been sold, and the general movement, the general rejection areas, so I can make my levels for the day. So overnight, I'm looking at the levels of rejection. I'm looking at the levels where it bottomed out, and I'm looking to see what happened. I'm also scanning Twitter X to see what news has come out in the market, and I'm looking at Forex Factory major news headlines to see what data has come out in the market, and then I'm putting that into AI to generate a good analysis of what has happened and how the data is going to react. I use AI in the morning to basically see how the data is hitting. There's a lot of data that comes out at 7:30 a.m., 8:30 a.m., and there's a lot of data that comes out at 10 a.m. Now, obviously, you're going to be on the charts at 10 a.m., but you want to look at the data before the market opens, and you want to look at the data especially 9 to 9:30. 9 to 9:30, I'm looking at pre-market analysis. I'm making my strategy for the day that doesn't necessarily need to stick, okay? Your pre-market strategy may be very different from what actually happens on the chart, but you have to prep yourself to effectively not want to trade. My biggest thing that has made me a successful trader is not trading, is not trying to go in with an idea of I'm going to trade this. I have to talk myself out of trading. I have to say this is a dog shit day to trade, because the biggest thing that's going to make you successful at trading is not taking bad setups. And it's too easy to fall in the mindset of seeing something move a little bit and then taking a setup that actually is not going to make you money, that's actually just going to chop and consolidate and actually cause you to lose money, especially when it comes to options. So talk yourself out of trading from 9 to 9:30. Make a pre-market structure, make a pre-market analysis, and go into the market as if it's your job to give information rather than to trade. Think of yourself as running a floor full of analysts and traders, and you're giving out information and updates, and you're kind of discouraging them from risking company portfolios. You need to be very, very careful in the way that you approach the market and the trades that you take. So 9 to 9:30 is your I don't want to trade. Here's my pre-market analysis. And this is why I think that trading is going to be bad, but this is what I think trading is going to do today. But from 7 to 9, you're gathering information. And if you're not gathering information, if this is not something that you do, if you just wake up and you wing it, you're a fucking loser. You're not going to make money in the charts. You're not going to make millions of dollars doing this every single day. I'm being serious with you, okay? From there, you're on the charts. 9:30 to 4 p.m., I don't care, you're on the charts. And it's not that you're sitting on the charts 24/7, you need to be glued to it. You're looking at the charts, especially from 9:30 to 12. It is a lot of volatility in the morning for options traders. You need to be looking at what's going on. Then at 12, you can chill out a little bit. You can go get lunch, you can go get a workout in, but you still need to have an active attention span towards the charts. I typically like to work out from 1 to 3 p.m., but I'm still looking at what's going on in the market between my sets in the gym with my personal trainer. From there, I'm still looking at power hour, 2 to 3 to 4 p.m., and I'm trying to see what's going on and where things are pushing to. There are certain days where I'll stay later on the charts because I have a position out, and I will not necessarily skip a workout, but I'll prolong it and delay it. Then after that, I'm doing my wrap up for the day. I'm walking my dogs. I'm taking care of my emails. I'm doing the things that I need to be doing. I'm getting some videos recorded like I am right now. And I am getting my nap in. I'm getting a nap in, especially during the afternoon. There are times that I'm taking a nap at 2 o'clock when the markets are not closed because I'm done trading for the day. But most of the time, I'm trying to get a nap at around 3:30, 3:45, where I'm not necessarily looking to trade anymore. When it comes to options trading, you don't want to trade too late in the day because the time decay is too heavy. You really need a guaranteed movement at the end of the day. And if a stock or ticker is going to really push up, you can jump in, but it's not advisable. I don't even recommend it if you know where the stock is going to go, because the chance of things not working out for you are very, very high. So get your power nap in at this point of the day. Take a nap in the afternoon. Get some sleep. 2 to 3 hours is fine. You don't need a 20, 30-minute nap. You need to get a couple hours in because you're trying to supplement your overall sleep schedule. Then from there, wake up in the afternoon, meal prep, take care of your life, clean, organize, laundry, everything that you got to do, and live a very disciplined life. Now, did I mention anything about having kids, about taking care of your family, about, going to dinner with your girlfriend? No, because being a trader is a lot of sacrifice. And if you want to have all these things, it is going to require you to basically pull away from many things in your life where you're going to have fun. I don't have a girlfriend right now in my life. My mom, I take care of her. I call her in the morning. I call her at night. I take care of her for what she needs, but she's over in India with my family. And my dogs, I have people that help me with my dogs. I love my dogs to death, love my boys, but I have people that take care of them. And I try to minimize the responsibilities of my life because that is what's going to maximize my results in trading. Kids are absolutely going to kill you when it comes to your progress in trading. But obviously, some of you guys have those responsibilities. And I'm going to tell you sometimes that trading may not be your thing. You might need to jump into a signal group and then do that instead of being a full-time day trader, because having kids will dramatically fuck up your results. I know a lot of day traders that have kids and they're like, yeah, I'm a trader, blah, blah. You ain't a fucking trader, bro. You ain't really doing it because it requires a massive level of attention in order to be successful. It's not I've been doing it 15 years. I can afford to have an 8-year-old daughter and do this. The moment I have kids is the moment that I'm not going to be a full-time day trader because they're going to take priority over me trading. I'm being serious with you. I'm a lot more functional right now as a young guy, not having kids, not having responsibilities than having kids. When you're younger, when you have less responsibilities and you're taking less risk for everyone in your life, you're just taking risk for yourself, you can do the most. Having kids, having a dog, like my dog, right? I can have babysitters for my dog. That's one thing. Having family you have to take care of. Having responsibilities in your life will dramatically hold you back. And if you have these things, you need to factor them into your daily routine. You need to have a teammate. You need to have a player with you. If you are a single guy and you have nothing but time on your hands, you can become a very successful day trader. I'm telling you, if you get your discipline right. Some of you might argue like, oh, my kids motivate me. My dog motivates me. I get it. I love my dog. They motivate me. But I promise you, the motivation is not greater than the deficit that it has on your life when it comes to becoming productive. This is unpopular stuff that I'm saying right now. This is shit that nobody wants to really speak out on the internet because we always want to wrap things in a positive life. Having kids, having a girlfriend, having a wife, having these things in your life will pull away from your day trading. There's very rare scenarios where your wife will actually be an assistance to you. I hope that works out for you guys. Your girlfriend will actually help you, and your kids are actually supportive and motivating you more than they're pulling you back. More so, your responsibilities are going to hold you back. Girlfriend, wife, these things can be kind of picked in the right way. Like I've had females in my life and they've actually motivated me and helped me out, but I have to keep a hard door. I have to be so structured and I have to be very limited in the way I handle them. And I have to kind of reserve those days on Saturday and Sunday to hang out with them because those are the days I'm not trading. But during the week, I'm fully locked in. I don't have time to watch the football game. I don't have time to fuck around. I don't have time to play video games. I don't have time to just chill and sit on my ass. All I'm doing is intaking information on my off time and obviously being active on the charts and watching things going on. This is how I've stacked up an over 8-figure portfolio when it comes to day trading. So if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please give it a like. If you're offended by it, please comment down below on why. I want to know why. And more than anything else, I hope this was informational for you. I hope this was valuable, and I hope this helps you in your trading journey.